Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be returning to my survival series, vanilla Minecraft survival series, Explicor's Everworld. And right now we're doing a time-lapse, a first-person time-lapse. And I'm leveling out an area that I really think should be where my whole base should be built on. So yeah, while this time-lapse is going, I thought I could do a little bit of Q&A kind of thing, except I went on the internet and I found some questions, because I don't get questions that often. To tell you the truth, I just don't get questions at all. But yeah, I went online, I searched up some questions, and here's what I found. I think this will make a great video, so let's get started. So the first thing is, what is a miracle that happens every day? And I have to say, it's education. There are many people in the world that don't really get education, and I think education is a really important part of life. It gives you hope in what you really want to be. It also gives you more chances of becoming what you want to be. It gives you more opportunities. Maybe you won't get exactly what you want, but you still got like plan Bs, backup plans basically. So yeah, education is one of my miracles that happens every day, except weekends. But yeah, right. The second question I found, this one's a little more, this is a little deep, but I wanted to answer it because, yeah. So the question is if sacrificing your own life would save the lives of a specific number of strangers, how many strangers would need to be saved for you to sacrifice your own life? Now, to tell you the absolute truth, one stranger. It would take me one stranger to sacrifice my life. And the only, it's not that I'm suicidal. The only reason is that I don't like seeing people die. And if I can help, I'll do anything I can to ensure that that person is safe. And it's really what I like to do. I think it's a very important part of me. It's a little, yeah, very deep. But yeah, one stranger, if he is in a bad situation and he's not fighting for it, then I will go help him. And if that means I get hurt badly, I'll still help him. And I don't want to say if it means I get killed, I'll go help him, because I don't know. It hasn't happened yet. Hopefully won't. But it's a very bold idea of mine that I would go through a lot to save others. Right, okay, next question. What dream job would be amazing and why? Now, this is a question that's completely different to the one before. Basically, I think my dream job, I have a few options. I would really like to be an architect. More specifically, a landscape architect, because it means I can play with gardens and I can play with water. Since I was a little kid, I always liked playing with water, and I think it's really fun. It's a fun thing. It's fun to make dams. It's fun to make rivers. It's all that. And being an architect is something that I would really like, especially because of how much I'm into Minecraft. Minecraft is much like being an architect. You don't really notice it because there's not much planning. Take that back. Well, you do not notice it as much, but it is there, and I enjoy it. Architecture. And yeah, I think I would really like to be a landscape architect. Now the other dream job would be an actor. I would love to be an actor. I've been doing plays since I was in 6th grade, and my first ever role was Juliet from Romeo and Juliet. It was a play called Shakespeare Abridged, which is like a bunch of his plays put together. And I played the role of Juliet. It was my first year, and I managed to get one of the main roles, which was quite amazing. And I have some of the best memories from there, and I kept on going. The next year, it was Greece, and I absolutely loved Greece. It was amazing. I wasn't a main character, but I was there. I also sang Born to Hand Jive. which was a pretty important part of the play. But yeah, I've been doing the plays since then, and I've really enjoyed them, and I still do. Yeah, the other dream job, and I think this might be the final one, if nothing else really goes to plan, and if I actually find time. If I find time, I would really like to be working on YouTube, because I think YouTube has a great community. And yeah, halfway through the year, the YouTubers had this kind of thing in which they said, hey, the YouTube community is different, it's not good anymore, we only focus on the bad news. And I kind of think we all have the potential to prove that wrong. So yeah, YouTube, one of my very favorite things to do. I'm enjoying making this video right now. It's the time-lapse was really fun to make, and now, speaking to you, it's amazing. I'm loving this. But yeah, next question. What was the funniest way you've been injured? Now, I have quite a weird story. It's just a funny story. I got a few. I'm gonna try to list a few, aware of the time that I do have. One of the times, I think I was in first grade, and I had recently gotten some new scissors. And I was cutting some paper during that lesson, and then we had to go to another lesson which wasn't in that room. So I picked up the scissors, and I wanted to see how sharp they were, for some reason. I still don't know why, but I ended up slicing one of the sides of the scissors on my finger, index finger on the inside, and it hurt quite a bit. And I did it for some reason. I did it right in the bend, so I couldn't bend my finger anymore. And then here's the next part. I decided to put some tape over it as a plaster, and that hurt even more. Yeah, I was a weird kid. Yeah, but yeah, I lived through that. No blood loss, nothing. Anyways, next question. What makes me nervous? Now, I've recently gone through my first exam week of my time. I've recently gone through the exams. Yeah, and that made me nervous. That made me nervous because I didn't know if I was going to succeed. The thing is, I didn't let it get to me because I didn't want it to ruin my concentration. If you let the nervousness, the stress, get into you, it will mess with your mind, and that's not always good. Actually, that isn't good. It's a little bit of stress can help, but great quantities, like exams, is not that helpful. So I try not to get it. I try not to be hurt by it, I guess, if you say it that way. But yeah, I went through it. Another thing that makes me nervous is dreams, for some reason. Sometimes I wake up and I'm going, oh, I love dreams. And other times I go, what if I got stuck there? And it's a crazy thought. It's a crazy mindset. That makes me a little bit nervous. But yeah, that one's not the biggest nervousness. The biggest nervousness for me is, I did say that a miracle that happens every day is education, but education makes me nervous because it's complicated, it's a challenge. Anyway, next question is, what movie scene choked you up the most? Now, this is another story of mine. This actually happened last year, 2015, when Inside Out came out. And it might have been 2016, I don't know. So Inside Out came out, and I went to watch it. And yeah, the video was the film. I loved the film, actually. It was really enjoyable. I just got a burp there. Another one. All right. So yeah, I was watching the film, and then suddenly it got to the part in which Bing Bong was helping out Joy, and he had the card and he was helping her, and then suddenly he just decides not to that he wants her to get up to her tower, to the main control tower, to remind Bailey of him. And that really choked me up. Actually, I started like tearing up, but not crying out loud, just tears started showing up in my eyes, because he sacrificed his own life, and I don't know, he disappeared from Bailey's mind to appeared again, and that really left me a little sad. But now that I come to talk to you guys about this, I do notice he disappeared to be appeared again. And let's hope, even though it's not in this movie, let's hope he does appear again. Let's hope that Joy does remind Bailey later on in her life about Bing Bong. And that certainly makes me feel happier now. Thank you for listening to that. It has certainly helped me. And yeah. Anyways, next question. What is your favorite piece of technology that I own? That you own? My answer to that is my watch. My watch is literally my life. Time for me is such an important thing. It helps me organize myself. It helps me know what's reality. I can wake up in my dreams. I can control my dreams, but only if I look at the time. And having my watch with me is amazing, actually, because it guides me around school, what time I have to be here, what time I have to be and anywhere else. It tells me what time it is. It really helps me organize myself, and I really like having my watch with me. Now, that doesn't mean I don't like iPhones, computers, etc. It's just that the watch is a really important part of my life. Now, unfortunately, we are ending this time lapse, and I do have to stop talking. Well, not stop talking. Stop answering the questions, because we're going to start right now to speak a little bit about our progress, and yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to the questions, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you want more, please let me know. Comment, like, that. All of that helps me know if you like this or not, and if I should do it again. All right, let's get back. Alrighty, guys, that is all I've got time for today. And actually, it's not only today. I actually filmed this whole video. Whoa. Sorry. While I was filming the time lapse, that was throughout a few days, and throughout those days, I actually got a bit sick. So yeah. Oh, okay. I was trying to clean a speck on the screen. Yeah. So I did get a bit, but I filmed the time lapse, and this is the outcome. Now I will quickly show a picture of what everything looked like before I did the time lapse on this. And then you'll see the difference, because this was actually a lot of resources. I actually managed to get 2 more chests, and I'm pretty sure they're not filled up completely. I got a lot of dirt for my future builds, and yeah, I filmed this whole thing throughout a bunch of days, and in total, I think this might have been a 3-hour-and-a-half time lapse, and then I've been able to shorten it to a quick one. So yeah, unfortunately, guys, I do have to end this episode here, and I hope you enjoyed it, really. Thank you so much for watching. If this video entertained you in any way, be sure to leave a like. And if you know someone who would like this video as well, then do share. Subscribe if you want more. Check out my site. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and bye.